call?
Scrambling.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Spooner Civic Center as tonight your Wisconsin Lumberjacks take on the Dryden GM Ice Dogs. Lumberjacks getting a game in at home finally again. They spent Wednesday up in Thunder Bay dropping that game, looking to get back into the win column. Starting lineup for the Jacks. Across the red line, McMillan, Phillips, and Pajali. On the blue line, new pickup Pretorius and Dylan Jopi. And in goal, Kyler Loudon. We are ready to get this game underway. Puck dropping. Here we go with some Friday night hockey. Puck played into the Dryden zone. Phillips will try to get it there, but it's taken away by Benfield. Benfield out to the neutral zone. Cutting across the blue line. Head up, he'll go right out front with it. Nobody there. Swung aside to the far boards. Lumberjacks will have possession. Jopi back behind to Pretorius. Backhands it up the boards. McMillan will send it up to the blue line. He does get it out, and Dryden will have to reset. McMillan picks off the pass. He'll take it into the offensive zone by himself as the Lumberjacks start to make a change. McMillan knocks off the puck. The Ice Dogs with possession. Bringing it near side. Green sends across ice. First one there will be Johnson for the Lumberjacks as he dumps it back in. Lumberjacks will send it back into the zone, but they're offsides. That was Kaiser there. They'll tag up and be in on the forecheck. Dryden with the puck. Kaiser takes it away, and he fires one wide of the goal. Puck along the near side boards. Kaiser able to hold the zone for a moment. Olsen there as well. He'll come away with the puck, take a shot, and he hits the side of the net. Dryden now trying to push the puck the other way. Middle of the ice. They'll take it towards the Lumberjacks blue line. Puck kicked in. Taken away by Johnson. He'll go across the red line and dump it in. Lumberjacks off on a change. Dryden into their own end to pick up the puck. It back out towards the neutral zone. It'll be knocked away. First one there is Cedar for the Lumberjacks as he'll fight for the puck in the corner. Dryden just trying to get things settled down. Lumberjacks having good pressure early on in this game. Puck will be flipped out to the neutral zone by the Ice Dogs all the way back into his own zone. Pretorius will pick it up, and he'll start it up the near side boards. Dryden with the puck, dumped in by DeBray. Loudon plays it behind the goal, hands it over to his defenseman, pushing it up the boards to Caden Sutter. He gets taken down, and now it's Fradinger up near the blue line. His shot deflected wide. Play continues. Dryden with the puck in the Lumberjack zone. Played out towards the neutral zone where Dryden will try to reset up at the point. It's shot back in deep. Lumberjacks attempting to get control, but the Ice Dogs will have it with possession down low in the corner. Jordan Foe up top to the point. A shot doesn't make it through, and Foe, he gets the rebound and he taps it in for Dryden. Dryden takes the early 1-0 lead over the Jacks. And we'll wait for that one to get called up as well.
Yes, sir. 24-91-16.
Do apologize as I am pulling double duty tonight to do some PA work, so you may hear that in the background as well.
Ready, Cody? Yep.
Right. Scoring for Dryden, number 24, Jordan Foe, assisted by number 91, Brady Fradinger, and number 16, Griffin Heaney. That's Foe from Fradinger and Heaney. Play continues with Dryden getting more chances out in front of the Lumberjacks goal. Puck shot up into the netting, and we will get a whistle. As play continues, Dryden along the boards. Shot steered aside by Loudon with the stick. A centering pass goes out front, and the Jacks are able to keep it away from the front of the net. Play continues. Dryden with it out front, looking for a shot attempt, knocked away by the Jacks. Dryden still with it in the zone. Phillips with the puck on his stick. They'll get it up to Pajali. Pajali loses control in the neutral zone, and the Ice Dogs will have possession there. All the way back into their own zone. Clark will throw a glove on it, and he'll hold on for a whistle. Play continues. Dryden starts it right back out down the neutral zone into their own zone. Lumberjacks trying to get control, but it's the Ice Dogs with it. Puck played up to the point. A shot doesn't make it through. That's off the shin pad of Jopi. Fighting for the puck. Ice Dogs come away with it along the boards. Benfield will send it back in deep. Pretorius there to grab it for the Jacks as he'll backhand it up the near side boards. Olsen trying to chip it out towards the neutral zone, but it's held in by Benfield. Puck right back out front, just out of the reach of Earl, and the Jacks have it going the other way. Johnson plays it to Olsen. His shot blockered up into the air by Clark. One player taken down for the Jacks. That was Johnson and Dryden. They'll take it going the other way. Tyler Earl with it in the neutral zone. A nice hit by Kaiser, and Olsen will take possession. He takes a shot, and Clark steers it aside. Puck played along the near side boards. Kaiser from the point. His shot right out front. Puck still there. Clark trying to find it, a chip, and the puck ends up behind the net. Dryden now just trying to calm things down. Strom with the puck. Up along the boards towards Tyler Earl. Ben Freeze will pinch down and able to keep the zone. Dryden once again trying to get the breakout going. They'll get it this time. Earl into center ice. Strom with it. And he's in offside, so we'll get a whistle. 14:34 remaining in the first period of play. 4-3 shots favor the Lumberjacks, but Dryden with the early lead. Play continues. Lumberjacks with the puck. Axel Wyatt up to McMillan. Intercepted and dumped into the zone. Koivistuc takes a shot. Rather, he had the dump in. The shot came from the other wing, but it's blocked, and the Lumberjacks will take possession. Pajali dumps it in. McMillan first one on the forecheck. Trying to get possession, but it's taken back by the Ice Dogs. Green in the neutral zone, cutting wide. Pajali trying to cut him off. He will. And now it's taken by Phillips. Backhands it over to Axel Wyatt. Right back to Phillips on the give and go. McMillan, a backhander blind, finds his man there, but not ready for it was Phillips. It's a turnover, but the Jacks able to track all the way back to their own zone as Axel Wyatt almost turns it over again. Now he'll go D to D. Pajali chipping it through the middle blind, but the Jacks will keep control of the puck. Phillips, middle of the ice to McMillan. He'll take a shot up high over the net. Puck wraps around all the way back to the Lumberjack zone where it's Jopi. Looks up to McMillan, trying to just deflect that puck, brings it back with him. And now the Jacks, another chance to start it up ice. Michael Hendry into the offensive zone. He'll try to take a shot. That's deflected off the defender. Rather Pretorius on the shot. And the Jacks still looking for that first goal. Ice Dogs with the puck once more, taken away by Phillips. Gets it Olsen, a quick shot, and Clark is there to make the save, and he will hold on for the whistle.
Media timeout.
And it looks like that will take us into our first media timeout, so we would like to thank our sponsors. Artisam, your resource for all your outdoor adventures. Spooner Health, a champion for health and a champion for our community. Seven Winds Casino Lodge and Conference Center, proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Lane Loftus of Hayward, hurt, call Kurt. Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy, and Jack Links, the official protein snack of the Wisconsin Lumberjacks. All right. We would like to take a minute to thank our sponsors, Artisan, your resource for all your outdoor adventures. Spooner Health, a champion for health and a champion for our community. Seven Woods Casino Lodge and Conference Center, proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Lean Law Offices of Hayward, Hurt, call Kurt. Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy and Jack Links, the official protein snack of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. And remember to pick up your Chuck-a-Pucks and buy tickets for Chase the Jack. The jackpot is over $100. Buy tickets and the jackpot goes up. Puck drop and we are back to play. Lumberjacks off the faceoff trying to get a shot from the point, but it will be deflected, not making it on goal. Hacker looking out front for Olsen. It was tipped by Dryden, and Clark is able to get on top of it and make the save. Shots are 6-3 in favor of the Lumberjacks, still trailing 1-0. Off the face-off, right back to Clark, and he'll just stop it, throw the glove on, and get his team another whistle. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty, so we're running the clock to get it back to where we are. We're at 12:49 at the moment, remaining in the first period. Play continues. Dryden off the face-off win, trying to get something started, and they have it. Into the offensive zone, a shot knocked down by Loudon. Pretoria's first one there to the puck. He'll try to play it up the boards, but it's taken away by Tyler Earl. Still trying to push it out are the Jacks. Benfield goes and fights Jopie in the corner, comes away with it. Throws one through the front of the crease. Nobody there. A tip out front from Tyler Earl doesn't make it on goal. Connor Hacker, first one to the puck in the corner. Puck played up the boards. Caden Sutter trying to get it out, but Fournier's there to hold the zone. Jopie with it and some time. He'll start it up ice himself. Trying to gain the red line. He does, and will dump it in. Takes a hit, but Clark steers it aside on goal. Taken away. Carson, his shot off the glove of Clark. Sutter had a chance at the rebound. Couldn't get control of the fluttering puck, but the Jacks have it again. Sutter out front. Carson, the backhand, up over the net into the netting. And the Jacks is finally getting some quality chances, but still unable to find pay dirt as we get another whistle. One player, it looks like, slow to get up for the Ice Dogs, but he will be able to get up and go off under his own power. That's Reese Maximow as he heads back to the bench. Off the face-off, Dryden gets control and sends it all the way down to the Lumberjack zone. Kaiser's there off the glass. Heaney will knock it down back into the Jacks zone. Cedar crosses to Carson. Carson takes a shot. Clark with the glove knocks it down, and he will cover for another whistle.
Just keep peppering them. That's all we're going to do. Keep peppering them. Eventually you're going to get one going.
11:29 remaining in the first period of play. Lumberjacks out shooting Dryden 10-4, but it's the early goal that has the Ice Dogs out to the 1-0 advantage. Face-off won once again by Dryden. They've had a couple in a row. It's swung around the boards. Jopie has it up top, and he'll backhand it in deep. Ingram there to Casson, looking out front for Rezak. Hits him in the skate, and the puck deflects out of the zone. Jopie back in deep. Clark stands it up behind the goal, and Dryden will have it out towards the neutral zone. Taken away by Jopie as he backhands it out to center ice. Rezak trying to get there, but he will be beat to the puck. Play continues. Strom back to his defender. Trying to get control is Dryden. Hooten with it. Up the boards near side. Strom will try to chip it out. Ingram blocks that one. And Ingram gets the puck from Phillips. He takes a shot off the post and up into the net, and we'll get a whistle. We get ready for play to continue off the faceoff. Dryden again, another win in the faceoff circle. Rath will send it all the way across the ice. And Axel Wyatt knocks it down. Almost taken in on a chance by Dryden there, but unable to control. behind the Lumberjacks goal, brought up to the point. Rath will take a shot that doesn't make it on net. Pajali fighting for that puck. Phillips gets there as well. He'll chip it down ice. This will travel the length, and we will have an icing on the Lumberjacks. Defensive zone faceoff coming for the Jacks. Phillips in the circle. He'll win it backwards. A big faceoff win. Dryden able to hold the zone for a moment. Lumberjacks now taking out McMillan, trying to send it through two defenders. Phillips there to pick it up over to Pajali. Clark makes the sprawling stop, back door. A shot, a magnificent save by Clark. No stick, rolling in the goal, and he knocks that one down and keeps Dryden in the lead.
I can't believe he made that save.
Wyatt will dump it back in for the Jacks. Dryden with control. Rath up the boards, misses his man. It's Hendry looking near side to Pajali. Pajali will dump it in. Rath behind the goal, sends it up the far side. Dryden still trying to get this puck going towards the Lumberjacks end as they'll set back up in their defensive zone. At the blue line, near side, taken in on a chance. A shot up over the glove of Loudon. That was Simonuk, and now another chance. Loudon will hop on that one and hold it for a whistle. 9:15 remaining in the first period of play.
Laying on his back, reached up, grabbed the puck out of the air.
Shots 12-5 in favor of the Jacks, but so far running into a hot goaltender. Jopi will play it near side to Olsen. All the way down ice, Dryden will be there to try and grab it. Lumberjacks fighting for it along the boards. Taking in the neutral zone, Ice Dogs trying to get some offense going. In the slot, a shot, but offsides is ruled, and we will get a whistle. A little bit after the fact between Jopi and the Ice Dogs player, that's Melsness, as he was not too thrilled with that shot attempt. And now it looks like we will have some penalties coming. 8:48 left in the first period. Dryden has the 1-0 lead. We would assume these even out and we play some 4-on-4, but we'll wait to see what gets called up.
Offside. They called it good. And it was well offside.
So Brandon Melsness heads to the box for the Ice Dogs, and we'll assume Dylan Jopi, when he gets all his gear together off the ice, might be there as well. We'll wait to see. Still some more chirping going on between the players. Both the refs and the linesmen talking this one over in the circle, and we're waiting for the result.
They didn't open our door. And number 90, he's tripping in front of the bench.
As of right now, Jopi making no moves to go towards the penalty box, and it looks like the Lumberjacks might come away with a power play.
There he goes. Oh, there he goes. Number 4.
And now the linesman will head over and grab Jopi. He wasn't able to get away with it. As he will now enter the box as well.
They're offsetting or in the 4-on-4? Should be 5-on-5, right? What have we got? You got 2 and 2? So they both got 2 and 2. Okay.
And it looks like we will have offsetting penalties here as we go to 5-on-5 hockey.
Both roughing and both for unsportsmanlike.
Both players receiving 2 penalties. Roughing and unsportsmanlike, those will cancel out. And we will keep playing hockey here in Spooner. 5 aside. Ready, Cody? Coincidental penalties assessed to the Dryden GM Ice Dogs, number 9, Brandon Melsness, and the Lumberjacks, number 4, Dylan Jopie, 2 minutes for roughing and 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. That's Melsness and Jopie, 2 minutes for roughing and 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. As play continues, one player freeze going down for the Jacks in his own zone. Dryden will look to capitalize off that as Heaney throws a shot out front. Loudon tracks it easily into his chest, and he'll make the stop and hold on for a whistle.
So is that 4 minutes total that are in the box?
That will take us to our next media timeout. So again, we will thank our sponsors, Artisam, your resource for all your outdoor adventures. Spooner Health, a champion for health and a champion for our community. Seven Woods Casino Lodge and Conference Center, proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Lane Law Offices of Hayward, Hurt, call Kurt. Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy, and Jack Links, the official protein snack of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Yep. Play continues. Dryden with the puck, a shot. Kyler Loudon knocks it aside, and the Lumberjacks trying to get possession. First line on the ice, the Phillips line, as play continues. Puck dumped back in by Dryden. Fighting for it along the boards. Strome behind the net. Has the puck on his backhand, trying to get it to a teammate, but he's harassed by multiple Lumberjacks, and Phillips will get the takeaway. Axel Wyatt backhands it across to Hendry, up to Pajali, who will chip it down ice, and it will not have the legs for icing. Nice touch by Pajali. Lumberjacks can get a partial change. Strome with the puck for Dryden. As they get control, it's Rath in his own zone, sending it up. Strome will tip it up off the glass, and the Lumberjacks take possession. McMillan deflects it into the zone. Phillips trying to get there. Pajali as well to the forehand. His shot goes wide. Pretorius takes a big hit along the boards as Dryden takes the puck back. These Ice Dog teams, year in and year out, they are physical, and they play that brand of hockey well. Pretorius back behind the net. Kaiser there. He'll send it back, but it's through the skates. Jacks will have to track the puck down. Pajali sends it all the way back to Kaiser. Kaiser with it, up the boards, out to the neutral zone. Taken there for a moment by Dryden, but McMillan picks the pocket of the defender. They'll dump it in, and the Lumberjacks able to complete a change. Dryden with the puck out towards the neutral zone. Intercepted there by the Jacks, and it's Hacker who sends it back in deep. Jacks with the puck. Olsen fighting along the boards. Hacker joins him. Fratinger and Green in the fray for the Ice Dogs as it moves up the boards. Puck sent back in deep. Green, first one there. Nice power spin in the corner away from Olsen. It's played out to the neutral zone. Axel Wyatt's there to collect, and he dumps it back in for the Jacks. Zach Johnson, for the moment, in alone on the forecheck as Dryden once again out to the neutral zone. And Axel Wyatt will again dump it back in deep. Back behind the net, Green with it. Dryden still trying to get this puck up ice. They hold the 1-goal lead, but have been outskated so far in this period as Cedar comes away with it off the boards, takes the shot, save made by Clark, and we will get a stoppage.
Huh?
13-7 shots favor the Jacks, but Dryden still holding the 1-goal lead. Off the faceoff, Cedar will go up to the point. Could have possibly thrown one on net. Not the best angle, though, and he'll elect to try and set up some offense. But Dryden with the puck. Sent up the far side board. Strom gets it in the neutral zone and dumps it in. He'll race Wyatt to that one. Wyatt gets there first and backhands it up the boards. Pushed up to the point by Dryden, but it's fumbled and out to the neutral zone. Heaney will set it up there. At the red line, dumps it in. Loudon stands it up behind the goal. Backhands it over to Hendry, who gives it back to Wyatt. Wyatt up the far side boards, out of the reach of Sutter. Once again, Ice Dogs with the puck, almost getting caught in a change, but a good job there. I believe that was Jonah Fournier to stay on the bench and recognize the puck was coming that way. Dryden avoids the penalty. Sutter gives it over to Carson. Carson across the red line. Carries into the offensive zone. He has Cedar with him. Hands it off. Cedar along the boards trying to pull a move on one. But he loses control. Dryden with possession. Ty Moore trying to get the dump in. He can't. And Rath will set it up for Dryden back in their own zone. Puck sent up the far side boards. It's Tyler Earl. Gains the red line. Dumps it in. Loudon stops the puck. It looks like he thought about sending that one down ice, but thought better of it. Ben Freeze with it. A backhand up the boards. McMillan as Freeze gets dumped on the ice, but he does get the puck up to his forward. Dryden able to intercept and dump it back in. Loudon sends it along the far side boards. Kaiser up for Phillips, who gets it to Pajali. The backhand across ice. Phillips trying to track it down. Rath sends it off his leg, but we will get a whistle and a stoppage. Looks like the faceoff will come all the way back out to the Lumberjack side of the neutral zone. Right off the faceoff, Phillips pushing it forward. Rath up the near side. Strom will dump it in. Loudon's there with the puck. He'll backhand it around behind the net. Loudon really getting out of his net to play the puck in this first period, and he's done a good job of it so far. Fairly steady as Rath gets the turnover up at the point. A deflection goes wide. Shot deflected by Loudon. A good save, and he actually kicks that up to McMillan up at the point. McMillan, the long pass for Pajali. Pajali tracks it down in the zone, trying to get control. He gets dumped onto the ice, and we will have a penalty coming on Dryden. Loudon heads off the ice, and in that big scramble, the mess in the pile, we'll finally get our whistle. Cross-checking will be the call, and we'll wait to see who heads off for the Ice Dogs. Looks like that will be number 25 heading to the box, Easton DeBray. He'll go 2 minutes for cross-checking.
Run him into the buzzsaw.
Good, Cody? Dryden penalty assessed to number 25, Easton DeBray. 2 minutes for cross-checking. That's DeBray for cross-checking, which brings up a Lumberjacks power play. Play continues. Lumberjacks holding pressure early on the power play. A shot, glove save made by Clark, and he will hold on for the whistle. We have 2:16 remaining in the first period of play. 1:36 left on the penalty to DeBray. Lumberjacks have largely dominated this first period, almost outshooting the Ice Dogs 2-1. Right now it's 15-8. But Dryden has the only stat that matters. They are ahead in the goal column. Face-off coming. One there by Dryden, or rather the Lumberjacks, and Olsen up at the top of the point. An addition to this team that we saw first Wednesday night in Thunder Bay. He's captaining that power play. Oh, this is the second unit, as the first unit was on the ice at the time of the penalty. Jopi with the puck. Lumberjacks need to get it started up ice. 1:10 left in the power play. Jopi doesn't like it, what he's seeing. He'll turn away, and he'll do it again as he drifts back into his own zone. Jopi sends it up the far side board. Sutter looks cross ice. Johnson gets a piece of it into the zone, and The Lumberjacks in on the forecheck. A minute 35 remaining in the period. 50 seconds left on the power play, as we will have another penalty coming. Looks like a hooking is the call.
On us.
1:30 remaining in the first period of play. Lumberjacks will take the penalty and move to 4-on-4 hockey. It's number 20, Dylan Phillips. With 1:30 left to play, 50 seconds of 4-on-4, and then the rest of the period will be a power play for Dryden. Good, Cody?
Yep.
Wisconsin Lumberjacks penalty assessed to number 20, Dylan Phillips. 2 minutes for hooking. That's Phillips for hooking. Puck is sent down ice by the Lumberjacks, and it will be an icing called, as we'll head back into the defensive zone. 32 seconds left on the minor penalty to DeBray for cross-checking of the GM Ice Dogs, and then they will head onto the power play for the rest of the period.
Yeah, he is.
4-on-4 hockey right now. We'll get a late change for Dryden, and the ref catches him and says, "No, sir, head back off the ice." He sends Max Rath off. He makes Reese Maximow stay on the ice. And now they'll send off Maximo as well, and they'll bring Rath back out. So Dryden, it looks like, getting the change they wanted. Puck is dropped, and we are back under play. 4-on-4 hockey. A shot deflects wide. Dryden with control. Benfield turns away from Pajali, but Pajali's still there. Gets the poke check. Jopi tracks it down behind the net and drops it for Kaiser. Kaiser with it, trying to start it up ice by himself. He gets taken down. No call from the ref. Play on. And Dryden will take control. Rath with it. Sent back to the Lumberjacks end. Loudon there to play it. He'll send it up the boards to the neutral zone. Cedar there trying to go around one, but Fratinger takes it away. 30 seconds left in the period. Dryden onto the power play. Kaiser unable to clear on the backhand, but he does poke it away from one. Ice Dogs with it as they'll start back towards the offensive zone. Only 15 seconds, and it looks like we will get an offsides call there. 16.5 remaining in the first period of play. 47 seconds left on the Dylan Phillips penalty, which will carry over into the second period for 30 seconds. Hacker into the face-off circle. Sutter, the other forward. The two defensemen, Pretorius and Freeze. Dryden with it off the face-off. Foe sends it in deep. Loudon unable to stand it up behind the goal. Wrapped all the way around. Fratinger up to the point. Lost and taken away by the Jacks. Only 3 seconds left. Hacker into the zone. Needs to take the shot. He does. Save made, Clark. And that brings our period to an end. Lumberjacks, no shortage of chances, and one or two acrobatic saves from Eric Clark in the Dryden goal. He is able to keep the Jacks off the board, and that ends the first period. Dryden leading 1-0. We will be back in Spooner to pick up the action at the start of the second period. Until then, thank you for listening, and go Jacks. We are back getting ready for the second period of action. Your Wisconsin Lumberjacks trailing the Dryden GM Ice Dogs by a score of 1-0. They are outshooting them 17-9 and will have to kill off 30 seconds of a penalty to start this second period.
That brown tank right there tips over, tops and breaks off.
Lumberjacks only with 3 players on the ice. They'll have to figure out who else needs to be out there. It'll be Jopie, who is jumping the boards. He'll go back onto the ice. We're ready for puck drop, and we are underway with the second period of action. Lumberjacks with it, pushing it up the ice is Olsen. He will pressure down low, but decides better. He turns away, and Fournier will bring it up ice for Dryden. Sends it across, and the Ice Dogs will be into the offensive zone. Kaiser trying to track it down behind the net. Fournier there. Gives a hit, but the puck up to Olsen, and he'll send it out and down the ice. Benfield there for the Ice Dogs. Back onto the ice is Phillips. Penalty over, 5-a-side hockey. Tyler Earl brings it to the offensive zone. Benfield there, pressured by Zach Johnson. Up the boards, a shot steered aside by Loudon. Kaiser gets a piece of the puck, fighting for it along the boards. Kaiser has it again. He'll backhand it up. Held in and sent back in deep by Maximo. Kaiser will flip one out towards the neutral zone. Dryden sending it back. Jopie catches it in his own zone. Chips it across to Kaiser. Off the boards out to the neutral zone. Ingram trying to get a piece of it. Taken away. Green up the boards. It's deflected up. Knocked down by Hacker, but unable to hold the zone. Hacker heads off on a change as Ingram dumps it in. It's the fourth line for the Jacks. Casson, Rizak, and Ingram right out front from Casson. Ingram wheels. He'll throw it back out front, but Green is there, and he has it going the other way. Pass across near side, deflected in deep. Koivisto providing the pressure as the Jacks trying to get the puck back out towards the neutral zone. Heaney able to knock it down the boards a little bit. Still fighting for it now. The Jacks will move it out towards the neutral zone. That was Casson all the way back into the Ice Dog zone. Foley with it for the Ice Dogs, pressured by Casson. Up to Strom, who gives it back. Fradinger starting it up ice, looks cross for Foe, just out of his reach, and Freeze will be the first one there down low. Also pressuring is Pretorius. The puck sent near side. Green up at the blue line. He'll send it back in deep. Green tries again, but the Jacks knock it. They have 2-on-1 here. One player getting back in the play for Dryden. A shot by Carson, knocked up and deflected by Clark. Had no idea where it was. And now it's right back up front. Caden Sutter to the backhand, stopped by Clark. Loses the stick again. But Eric Clark, a phenomenal game thus far, as we will get our first whistle of the period. 17-18 remaining. 19-10 shots favor the Lumberjacks, but Eric Clark has kept them off the board. Neutral zone face-off coming.
Sophia left it open last week for after the game was over.
Dylan Phillips normally centers Pajali and McMillan. He will be out there with Caden Sutter. And I believe that is Kyle Cedar. It is Kyle Cedar's play continues. Phillips with it in the neutral zone. He'll dump it in. Lumberjacks in on the forecheck. Clark has it behind the goal. Rath up to the near side. Moore has it taken away. Phillips falls down trying to keep it in, but Moore will be able to get it out to the neutral zone. Moore still with it. Runs into his own player, and that's the bounce the Lumberjacks needed. They gain control. Sutter backhands it across the ice. Moore lining up Wyatt. Misses the puck. Lumberjacks will take advantage and dump it in. Hendry up top. His shot buried into the shin pads of Melsness. Lumberjacks sending it back down ice. Linesman will say it was tipped. He waves off the icing. And now Phillips fighting for it along the boards. Pajali there as well. Melsness up the boards to Moore. Taken away. Phillips a backhand across. Pajali able to get control. Loses it now, and Dryden has it going the other way. Dumped in. It will be Ben Freeze back to get it. along the near side boards. The captain, Sal Pajali, sends it down ice. And this one will be whistled in icing. And we will get a stoppage. Play continues. Freeze has it behind the goal for the Lumberjacks. Benfield back behind to Earl. Earl unable to get it out front. Phillips will send it up the boards. It's stopped there and sent back in deep by the Ice Dogs. Kaiser back behind the goal. Freeze looking middle of the ice, knocked away. Rath with it. Glove down by Phillips. Preparing for the hit, there was Freeze, just let the puck go, but he did have support, and the Jacks are able to send it up ice. Icing called for by the linesman, but waved off, and play will continue. Pajali fighting for it along the boards, back behind the goal. Rath with it.
My imagination, these guys are like a foot taller than the rest of our guys.
Tyler Earl across the red line. Jopi able to knock the puck away from him. Looks like he might have pinched his wrist against the boards. He's a little slow to turn around and head back to the bench. Ice Dogs will dump it back into the zone. One player alone out front. They're unable to get it to him, but Strom still has the puck. Up to the point, a shot from Green deflected by Loudon up into the netting. And we'll get a whistle with 14:44 remaining in the second period. Shots 19-11 in favor of the Jacks. Connor Hacker in the face-off circle. Zach Johnson trying to get control. Dryden up at the point. DeBray throws it through. Loudon will just block it aside. Johnson with the puck gets around the defender. Has one man with him. That's Hacker. Throws it out front, but out of the reach of Hacker. Pretorius able to hold the zone for the Jacks. Olsen with the puck. Knocked away. He'll have it now. Hacker looking for it out front. Again, the pass just too long as he throws it back out front. Clark gets taken down by his own player. A shot, and it didn't make it through. Clark wasn't ready. He got taken down, lost the stick even, but the Lumberjacks unable to capitalize. Strom going the other way. It's deflected up into the netting, and we will get a whistle with 13:59 remaining in the second period. That will bring us to our first media timeout of the second period. We would like to thank our sponsors, Artisan, your resource for all your outdoor adventures. Spooner Health, a champion for health and a champion for our community. Seven Winds Casino Lodge and Conference Center, proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Lane Law Offices of Hayward, Hurt, call Kurt. Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy, and Jack Links, the official protein snack of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. $13:59 remaining in the second period as we are back to action. Dryden with the puck up at the point. Foley, his shot deflected up into the netting, and we will get a whistle. We'll reset to the same face-off location, won by the Jacks. Puck flipped out by Jopi down the ice. Jacks, first one's there. It's Olsen. He'll send it out front. Johnson, fans on the attempt. Foley up the boards out to the neutral zone. Jopi has it there. Across the red line, Jopi gets dumped, but he does get it in the zone where Dryden will try to set it up. Foley near side, deflected in deep by Foe. Loudon's there, backhands it around the boards. Ingram chips it out towards the neutral zone. Rath heads off on a change, and the Lumberjacks have a chance in. It's Rezak, the shot out front. Sprawling was Clark, and Clark may need to check the grip on his stick. He cannot hold on to it tonight, but it has not mattered. He's made every save that he has had to. 20 shots the Lumberjacks have. They are still not on the board. Play continues as Fradinger brings it down the ice. His shot, save made by Loudon. He gets dumped for it. Dryden still with control. The bounce almost ends up with Fradinger, who gives a shot to Kaiser. And another. The ref watches it happen and doesn't call a penalty. Just a straight cross-check to the chest. Now Dryden has it going the other way. A shot attempt steered wide, and Fradinger ends up on top of Loudon. Lumberjacks now with it. Ben Freeze trying to get it up. He will eventually clear it down towards the Dryden end. Debray with it. Debray near side to Moore. Moore has a guy going to the zone. Dryden with a chance. A shot save made by Loudon. Play continues. Ice Dogs getting pressure out front. Taken away. Sal Pajali starts it in on the attack for the Lumberjacks as he goes wide. Cuts out front, but Clark is able to pick up on that puck. He'll put the glove on it and hold on for the whistle. Pajali takes a little extra punishment right along the boards from Rath. Ref's letting him play. That play out in front of the Lumberjacks net, the ref was just staring at Fradinger and Kaiser as they looked at each other. Kaiser didn't move but took two cross checks across the chest from Fradinger, but the ref elects to let it go. And we will continue five-a-side hockey. 11:53 left in the period. Play continues. Dryden with it. Behind the boards, Loudon, rather behind the goal, sets up along the boards. Near side, Pajali with the puck. Gives it back to his D-man. That's knocked up off the stick of Hendry. He gets it to Phillips, but taken away. Tyler Earl for Dryden, trying to get control. Again stolen, and now Ryder McMillan has it in the neutral zone. McMillan, a soft pass out front. Phillips cutting to the front of the net, and you can see the chemistry there. Both players had the right idea for that play, just unable to pull it off by a couple inches. McMillan along the near side. He'll float a soft one over to Axel Wyatt. Wyatt will dump it in. Clark has it behind the goal. Dryden trying to start it up ice, taken away by Hendry as he gets it over. Phillips looking towards the front, but it's knocked aside. Dryden with the puck. Maximo. Over to Jopi. Jopi takes a shoulder up high from Benfield, but he'll get the puck dumped in. Lumberjacks back in on the forecheck. Middle ice, Jopi with it. Stick handles away from one. He backhands Benfield. Hits him again. Jopi still with it, taking all the harassment, but still with control of the puck. Near side to Caden Sutter. Lumberjacks stay on. Actually, it'll be ruled offside by the linesman, and we will get a whistle.
Did you see him split his legs there?
It looked like both players managed to stay on sides, but it looks like they'll say Dylan Phillips was in a little early. We'll get the whistle for offsides. 10:23 remaining in the second period. Ice Dogs lead 1-0, and they're pulling the shot gap a little bit closer. It's now 20-14 in favor of the Lumberjacks. Jacks in both periods have had great chances, but Clark has kept them out of the net. The linesman spins and gives a quick, mean stare down to both players from the Jacks and Ice Dogs as they sneak right back in. He's telling them off, but it appears it did not work. He'll finally drop the puck, and Jopi with it for the Lumberjacks.
Oh, that guy's
Offsides
offsides.
for the Ice Dogs. They'll have to go tag up. Jopi with it behind his own net in some time. He'll bounce it off of the net and gives it near side. Jacks lose control, and it's dumped back in. Loudon has it there. Up the near side, Sutter trying to dig it off the boards. He can't. And now fighting for it behind the goal, a couple players. Pretorius in there for the Jacks along with Zach Carson. Jopie joins the fray as well. Carson pokes it up the boards. He'll take a hit. Puck out front, knocked away from one. Trying to get control are the Ice Dogs. Carson with it. He has it and gets it to Sutter. Sutter just goes out towards the neutral zone. Gets the Jacks out of danger. Kyle Cedar putting pressure on Green. Puck out front, knocked away. Cedar has it once more. Top circle. He'll fire it in, and Clark just steers it aside. Sutter right out front. Carson's there. Takes a whack at it up over the net. Kaiser now with it. His shot deflected wide. Carson trying to pressure. That'll be thrown down ice by the Ice Dogs. It will make it the length, and we will have icing called. 9:05 remaining in the second period. Lumberjacks still trailing by one. A physical game here for both sides. Lumberjacks taking a little bit more punishment than they are giving out, but still hanging in there, looking for that first goal. Casson, Ingram, and Rezak are the forwards. Face-off won by Casson. Kaiser up top. Takes a shot up over the shoulder of Clark. Another puck thrown out front by Freeze. Nobody there, and Dryden will be able to chip it out down towards the Lumberjacks' end. Kaiser with it, and time. Near side, Casson deflects it into the zone. Clark has it behind the goal as he fires it out. Hits the glass, and it bounces back up to the point. Kaiser with it. Sends it across. Freeze. His shot deflects. Lumberjacks hitting a couple shin pads from the point. That's always a dangerous play. You have to know where you're sending that puck, as Lumberjacks will now dump it in and go in on the forecheck.
Nice hit.
Ingram gives a hit to one. Hacker pressures out front. Puck there. Johnson with it. Backdoor. A shot. Deflects wide. Lumberjacks. Hacker couldn't get the full stick on it. Hacker with it, but the net all the way off. Clark again without a stick. Fradinger dumps another Lumberjacks player well after the whistle, and that will lead to a scrum. A little bit of after the whistle activities happening there. Fradinger, the instigator, but no penalty called. And so we will continue. Five-a-side hockey. Lumberjacks getting all the chances, but no results on the board. Off the face-off, it's sent out towards the neutral zone. Pretorius with it there. Taken away by Foe. Jopie backhands it around the boards. Trying to get it out are the Jacks. Olsen couldn't reach it. And now it's sent up the near side. Johnson chips it past one. Knocked away from him. But the Jacks will get control back. Johnson, far side. Top of the circle. Rips a shot up over the net. Pretorius able to hold the zone for a moment. Knocked away from him. And the Ice Dogs send it off the glass down to the Lumberjacks end. Jopie, first one there. Puck played back in deep. Pretorius and Jopie both there. They lose control of the puck. Jopie hit against the boards, but gets it up to Johnson. Dryden with control. Working along the edges of the zone up to the point. Foley misses it, and it'll be back into the neutral zone. DeBray will reset. Ice Dogs with it, making a change. That was too many men. Fradinger still on the ice. But play continues. Lumberjacks trying to get control. Puck was played with a high stick, and nobody will go play it, so we will get a whistle. 6:48 remaining in the second period of play.
Media timeout.
That will take us to our next media timeout. We'd like to thank our sponsors once again, RSAM, your resource for all your outdoor adventures. Spooner Health, a champion for health and a champion for our community. Seven Winds Casino Lodge and Conference Center, proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Lean Law Offices of Hayward. Hurt? Call Kurt. Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy, and Jack Links, the official protein snack of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. We are back with second period action. Puck dropped, and the Jacks still searching for that first goal. Axel Wyatt up at the blue line will dump that in. Dryden with it. Puck sent a long outlet pass for Moore out of his reach. Loudon out to play it. And Wyatt will end up with the puck up the boards. Phillips chips it out towards the neutral zone. Rath with it. McMillan near him. It's sent out to the neutral zone. Dryden into the offensive zone. Good pressure, and Hendry's there for the takeaway. Melsness able to give him some problems, though. Pins the puck up against the boards. Phillips and Hendry both there trying to dig it out. Pajali comes away with it out to the neutral zone. Rath at the red line loses control. Pajali cuts across the blue line, and that's sent wide. Rath into the neutral zone. Melsness has one player trying to stop him, but he is able to get the puck dumped in, and the Jacks need to start this one up ice. A shot from the point. Rath has it go wide. The Ice Dogs starting to get some momentum right out front. Moore wheels and fires and misses the net. Rath will take one. That one gets deflected. They'll say it wasn't a high stick. Rather, we will get the whistle now. A little delayed, but better late than never. We get the whistle. And getting late in the second period. Shots, despite the pressure from Dryden, haven't changed since the last whistle. Still 21-14. Lumberjacks lead in that category. They trail where it matters on the scoreboard 1-0. Benfield steps into the circle. Heaney across. Foley, or rather Fournier, will send it in deep. Sutter trying to pin it up, gets it out towards the neutral zone, but Debray is there. He'll send it right back in deep. Lumberjacks really lost a lot of the pressure they had early in this period. Kaiser, his pass out of the reach of Cedar, but it goes all the way down on goal. Clark stops it, taken away. Lumberjacks trying to get a chance out front. Sutter knocked down, but his backhand doesn't find anyone. Dryden there for the intercept. Benfield into the offensive zone with Kaiser on him. Poke checked away. Freeze will be there to pick it up, but he loses control right out front. Tyler Earl sends a backhand wide. Play continues. Lumberjacks into the offensive zone. Cedar finds Kaiser, and he scores! Ryan Kaiser gets the Lumberjacks on the board. And with 4:28 remaining, we have a tied hockey game. As the clock catches up here, it is 4:28 remaining. We'll wait for that one to get called up. We know it's Kaiser from Cedar, one of the new pickups for the Lumberjacks. Cedar's first game, I believe. And he is on the scoreboard.
23-27-2.
Good, Cody?
Scoring
Scoring for your Wisconsin Lumberjacks, number 23, Kyle Cedar. Assist going to number 27, Ryan Kaiser, and number 2, Caden Sutter. That's Cedar from Kaiser and Sutton. Lumberjacks have tied the hockey game. Play continues. Jacks in their own zone. Jopi sending it around the boards. Trying to get control as it's sent out front. Ice Dogs take it. Puck pinned along the boards. One player taken down for the Ice Dogs. Is still 4 guys just fighting for it. Squirts out. Jopi trying to get control. One guy going down. It looked like he had the stick of Pretorius. That was Strom. But now the puck comes free and play will continue. Lumberjacks with the puck. It's Connor Hacker. Sends it up the far side. Looking out to the neutral zone. Johnson tries to get a piece of that one, but we will have icing on the Jacks. It looks like the goalie had played at Clark, but they will say it's icing. And we will head back to the Lumberjacks end most likely. Now it looks like we have a penalty coming as well. 17 and 26 are 2 delinquents. 26, Dylan Olson for the Lumberjacks. And number 17 of the Dryden GM Ice Dogs, that is Landon Strom.
Who's the 26 on us? Yep, Olson. 17 Strom. What were the calls, do you know? No idea.
We'll wait for those to get called up. But it looks like we'll have a word, Jopi, with the refs, one of the captains, the alternate captain for the Lumberjacks. Face-off heading down towards the Dryden zone.
What was that? What was the signal? I didn't see it. He did this. Whatever the hell that means. Yeah. Is there 17?
It looks like we will have slashings going to both of the players, which brings us to 4-on-4 hockey with 3:19 remaining in the second period.
These guys are just going to sit here and lay off the rest, and that's just going to take off.
Good, Cody?
Yep.
Coincidental penalties assessed to the Dryden GM Ice Dogs, number 17, Landon Strom, and the Wisconsin Lumberjacks, number 26, Dylan Olson, both 2 minutes for slashing. That's Strom and Olson, 2 minutes for slashing. As play continues, Lumberjacks with it in their own zone. They'll try to play it up ice, knocked away by Fradinger. Loudon way out of his net to play the puck, and he'll get it out towards the neutral zone. Jopi knocks it down with his hand, keeps it in the neutral zone, but Dryden will dump it in. Maximo trying to give pressure. Pajali along the boards, digging that puck out. Pretorius across for Jopi. Looking back to Pajali and his skates as he'll take a hit from Rath. Phillips gets control of the puck, drops it. Pretorius at the blue line, dumps it in, back behind the Dryden goal. Pajali trying to get there. He takes a stick up high from Rath, and the Ice Dogs will go the other way. Into the offensive zone with it are the Ice Dogs, taken away by Kaiser. Kaiser starts it to the neutral zone. One player falls down, 3-on-3 for the teams as Kaiser dumps it in. There to grab it is Foley. Foley looks middle ice, finds Meyer. Puck sent out towards Casson in the neutral zone. Casson across the blue line, drops it. Ingram there, knocked away from him. Kaiser pinches down, takes down one player who didn't have the puck. Refs letting both teams get away with stuff tonight. Lumberjacks will dump it in, but not quite reaching the red line, which means we will have an icing on the Jacks. 11 seconds left in the penalties to both the Jacks and Dryden. And with 1:30 left, we'll soon be returning to five-a-side hockey for the remainder of the second period. Off the face-off, Kaiser with it, sends it around the boards to the far side, but Foley will win that race. Foley with possession, had Fournier calling for it in the slot, couldn't get it to him, sends it wide, now Casson with the puck, both teams full strength. Dryden holds the zone once again, Jopi with it, looking cross ice for Casson, intercepted right out front, Fournier takes a shot, glove save Loudon, but we do have a penalty coming. And now we'll wait for this one to get assessed. This Ingram still tied up with Strome a little bit. Not quite sure who's holding on to who. It looked like Strome wouldn't let go of him. And now Landon Strome back onto the ice, straight back to the penalty box. And he'll spend some more time in there. 1:03 left in the period, so the Lumberjacks will have the power play and be able to carry it into the third if they do not score in the remainder of this frame. The ref's talking this one over. And it looks like the face-off will be in the neutral zone.
Oh, he said a naughty word? Okay. Okay, bye. No, he didn't say it.
And now they will go down towards the Dryden end. There's no penalty on the Lumberjacks, so this is where you would think the face-off would take place. Not quite sure why they originally started in the neutral zone, but they will head down, and the Lumberjacks have a chance on the power play.
You said it was roughing? Yeah. All right. 1 minute, too.
Dryden GM Ice Dog. We good?
Yep.
Dryden penalty assessed to number 17, Landon Strome, 2 minutes for roughing. That's Strome, 2 minutes for roughing, which brings up a Lumberjacks power play. Play continues. Lumberjacks on the power play, down to 35 seconds left in the period. A shot deflected wide. Pajali there to grab it. He leaves the puck for Cedar. Up to Kaiser. Kaiser looks to the back door, has his man there, McMillan. Fans on the shot attempt. Clark moving over, knocks off the net. And we will get a whistle with 22.1 seconds left in the period. Kaiser with the great pass over. Really good vision to also be able to fake the shot and be able to put that on McMillan's tape. McMillan, he'll kick himself over that one. He does not miss that shot very often. 22 seconds left. Puck dropped. Pajali wins the face-off back. Lumberjacks with it, but taken down is Carson. Fournier all over him. Lumberjacks trying to dig it out. McMillan has it. Sauces it over to Kaiser. Kaiser, his shot deflected off the shin pad of Rath. Only 5 seconds remaining. Lumberjacks need to put something on goal. McMillan will try. It's deflected out front. And that will take us to the end of the second period. Lumberjacks will have a 57-second power play to start the third, and they were able to find the equalizer in this frame. It looked like Kaiser scored the goal, but it got called up. Cedar from Kaiser and Sutton, and that's what got the Lumberjacks into the scoring column. Clark having a great game for the Dryden GM Ice Dogs. Loudon, no slouch in the Lumberjacks net, and you get the feeling one more goal could be the one that wins it. And we'll see who gets that one as we head towards the third period. That's where we'll pick up the broadcast. Until then, thank you for listening, and go Jacks. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back getting ready for the third period of action. We do have a correction to the Lumberjacks goal in the second period. It was indeed scored by Ryan Kaiser, with Kyle Cedar getting the assist. So it is Kaiser from Cedar and Sutter. And that is what the tying goal was for the Lumberjacks. 20 minutes on the board, a tie hockey game. And we are underway in the third period. Lumberjacks on the power play to start. 50 seconds left in the Strom minor. Sutter with it at the blue line, sends it across. Johnson will try to track it down, but the Ice Dogs are able to clear. Jopi takes his time getting back to the puck. He'll retreat all the way behind the Lumberjacks goal. As the Jacks start up ice, Jopi with it. He will drop the puck to Sutter. Sutter near side Olsen. Olsen, no pressure on him, but sends it in deep, and now the Ice Dogs have a free chance at a clear. Olsen able to stop the puck up near the point. Olsen with it, knocked away by one. Good pressure from Dryden as the player goes down. I believe that was Maximow, and the Jacks will have a penalty coming.
Did he even hit him with anything?
Looks like Dylan Olsen will be the player going to the box for the Jacks. That will end their power play. And it means Dryden, after 10 seconds of 4-on-4, will have a minute 50 on the power play themselves.
He went like this, isn't that a high stick? Yeah, that was a high stick. I didn't see him even hit him down here. He was behind it.
Faceoff will be in the Jacks' end. The four players for the Jacks, Hacker and Cedar, the forwards, Freeze and Kaiser, the defense. Good, Cody? All right. Wisconsin Lumberjacks penalty assessed to number 26, Dylan Olsen, 2 minutes for high sticking. That's Olsen, 2 minutes for high sticking. The Dryden GM Ice Dogs are full strength. Dryden all the way back into their own end to pick up the puck, and they'll start it up ice. Strom near side. He took 2 penalties late in the second period, but he's back out there now. Debray, a shot from the point, goes wide. Trying to track it down are the Jacks. Dryden with it up top. Debray gives it back. Mayer, his shot blocked, and Cedar trying to get control. Tips it back to Jopi. Jopi sends it down ice. Under 1 minute left in the penalty to Olsen. Debray with it behind his own goal. He'll take his time setting things up. And now moving it up are the Ice Dogs. Off the boards, nobody there. Axel Wyatt overskates that puck, never really saw it. And Dryden will hold it in the zone for the time being. Phillips with it, backhands it around the boards, nobody there. And it's Fournier. Up to Maximow, who sends it back in deep. Foe with it. Phillips pressures, Fradinger sends it across the ice, back up top. A little give and go for the Ice Dogs. Puck is out front, a shot by Foe, a save by Loudon. 12 seconds left on the penalty. Puck leaves the zone. That should effectively end the penalty kill for the Jacks. As Sutter, a good stick there, knocks it away from one and chips it down into the Dryden end. A good defensive effort from Caden Sutter. That gets Dylan Olsen back onto the ice, and the Lumberjacks are full strength. Fournier with it. He goes down in the corner. Lumberjacks take control. Zach Johnson across the red line, carries to the offensive zone, but a little too early into the zone for the Lumberjacks. That was Sal Pajali, who is offsides, and we will get a whistle. Tied at 1, 16:57 remaining in the third period. As the teams will meet in the neutral zone for the faceoff. It's the first line for the Jacks. Phillips, Pajali, and McMillan. Freeze and Kaiser, the defense. Right up at the blue line, Kaiser able to dump it in, but the Jacks have to go get onside, and that will give the Ice Dogs a chance to start this puck up ice. Melsness had it for a moment. He'll hand it off. Semanek gets it into the zone. Loudon plays the puck, but he's pressured, loses control. Freeze is able to aid him and prevent that puck from getting to the front of the net. Rath with it near side, deflected by Moore. Lumberjacks take it away. Phillips with it all alone. He'll skate it up ice. Melsness trying to take it away. Ice Dogs come up with it now. DeBray has it stolen. 2 players going in on goal. Phillips takes a shot. Clark knocks it down. A tough angle there from Phillips to be able to get that in, and Clark takes advantage, making the save. 16:07 remaining in the third period. Lumberjacks out shooting the Ice Dogs 24-17. Still, we are looking for one of these teams to break the tie. Face-off coming. Casson wins it backward. And limited opportunities. He's been good in the circle tonight. Pretorius knocks it back in for the Lumberjacks, and the puck started up the near side by Dryden. Fournier tips it into the zone. Loudon trying to track it down. He'll send it up the far side boards. Rezak there fighting for the puck. He'll chip it up and out to the neutral zone. Ingram pressures the defender. Maximo near side across the red line. He'll dump it in. Puck coming out front, but Loudon sends it back into the corner. Ice Dogs with the centering pass off Loudon, off the crossbar. Fournier gets the one-timer, but Loudon gets enough of it to get it up into the crossbar, and we will stay tied. Play continues. Fournier sends it back in deep, knocked down by Casson's stick, and the Lumberjacks have it. Jopie had Ingram leaking up towards the opposing blue line. Doesn't get him the puck, though. He turns away, 2 players on him, and Jopie just spins and fires it off the boards. Ice Dogs with the puck. Strom dumps it in. Axel Wyatt gives chase behind the goal. He gets hit by Strom, but the Lumberjacks will retain possession. Zach Carson off the boards. Leaves it. Ingram and Carson both going for the puck. Carson gets our first chip out front, but it's knocked away by Rath. Up top to the point, a shot. Save made by Clark, and he will hold on for the whistle. Face-off coming for the Jacks in the offensive zone. Won by the Ice Dogs, and it'll be flipped straight out of play by the defenseman Green. We'll get a whistle, and we will reset back into the Dryden end. Zach Carson in the face-off circle for the Jacks. Sutter and Cedar are the wings. Face-off won by Dryden. Strom has it in the neutral zone, loses control. Jacks able to tip it away. Sutter drops it for Carson. Carson carries wide in the offensive zone, stops just inside the blue line looking for Cedar, but it's knocked away and Dryden will clear. All the way down on net. Loudon will stop it, and he will hold on for the whistle. Lumberjacks out shooting the Dryden GM Ice Dogs 25-19. We're still tied at 1. An update from around the SIJHL tonight. Thunder Bay defeated Red Lake by a score of 4-1, and Kam River victorious over Sioux Lookout by a score of 4-3. Off the face-off play continues. Jacks trying to get some offensive pressure going, but Dryden a potential 2-on-1 the other way. Johnson hustling back into the play. Fradinger tried to send it across, but a good stick by Jopie stops him there. Now Johnson with the puck, gets it going the other way. Olsen trying to go around the defender, taken away. Fradinger looking across. Foe gets in early, but he will not touch the puck. Play continues. Olsen along the red line. Knocks it in, and Hacker will be the first one on the forecheck. Johnson heads off on a change as well as Jopie. Dryden in the offensive zone, a shot, kick save made by Loudon. Hacker gets it on the cross ice pass, carries in the offensive zone. His shot steered away by Clark. Back behind the goal. Hacker there, Pajali joining the fray. Puck sent out to the neutral zone, and A step on it for Dryden. In all alone, a shot. Save made by Loudon. Freezes there to support. Gets it up the boards, but the Jacks yet to clear. Kaiser, near side. Trying to chip it up the boards, but he'll get it back behind the goal. Near side again. McMillan will be there to grab the puck off the glass. And out to Pajali. Pajali, his shot deflects up over the net. Clark makes a stab at it that looked like it might have snuck in, but just a little too far. And play continues. Dryden now with it going the other way. Things starting to open up in this game. Some more chances for each team. McMillan deflects one out to the neutral zone. Axel Wyatt sends it across for McMillan, just out of his reach, and it's dumped in. Loudon tips the puck off his stick and almost puts it on his own net. Didn't quite have the angle, and the Lumberjacks avoid disaster. Fournier centering pass taken away by Phillips. He'll send it out towards the neutral zone. Rath with the puck near side Benfield. Jopi looking for Cedar. Might have gotten his skate. The refs will say no, and that will be an icing on the Jacks. It looks like Cedar may have gotten a piece of that, but they will not give it to him. And a lot of back and forth play here, highlighted by that Kyler Loudon play as he turned his stick and took it off the inside paddle, which is never a good idea, especially when the puck was wide of the net, but he's able to avoid disaster, and we still have a tie game. 11:53 remaining in the third period of action. Puck dropped, we're back underway. All the way back to the Dryden zone. Debray with it, gives it over to Rath. Dryden trying to start this puck up. Rath near side. Fournier with it. Cedar trying to take it away from behind. Carson there as well. He gets knocked down, and the Ice Dogs take back possession. Carson right back to his feet. Steals it. Cedar, the big hit. Sutter, a shot out front. Clark knocks it away. Pretorius misses that one. Loudon's going to come way out of his net to play this puck. A good play there from Loudon, though, to just send it behind the goal where there's no chance for it to be intercepted. A hit late, and now Dryden will be going to the box. It looks like Cedar was the one who got dumped for the Lumberjacks, and we'll see which Ice Dogs player. Just a late hit. And now Maximow trying to mess with Jopi. A little bit of a size difference there. I don't know if he wants that one, but the linesman over to break things up. And it's number 18, Bryce Benfield, going to the box for the Ice Dogs. He takes the minor penalty, and the Lumberjacks have a power play as long as they keep things cool and they don't get a penalty in return. As the refs will send the players to their benches, they felt things were getting a little bit out of control, and they said, you know what, we're just going to take our media timeout now and hopefully let them cool off a bit. We'll take this time to thank our sponsors, Artisam, your resource for all your outdoor adventures. Spooner Health, a champion for health and a champion for our community. Seven Winds Casino Lodge and Conference Center, proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Leading offices of Hayward, Hurt, call Kurt. Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy, and Jack Links, the official protein snack of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. So Bryce Benfield gets the penalty for interference for Dryden, and will bring up another power play for the Lumberjacks. So far, they've been unsuccessful tonight, and each time they've been on the power play, they've actually taken a penalty of their own and given Dryden a power play. As Fradinger plays this one up ice. And one player taken down behind the boards, and it looks like we have a penalty coming. Holding is the call, and the Lumberjacks have done it again. They have given away another power play, and they will be headed to 4-on-4 hockey as it's Ryan Kaiser getting the holding penalty. 1:35 remaining on the penalty to Benfield, which means 25 seconds of a Dryden power play at the tail end of this 4-on-4.
Call that shit. They don't call the rest of it.
Good, Cody. Lumberjacks penalty assessed to number 27, Ryan Kaiser, 2 minutes for holding. That's Kaiser for holding. Play continues, 4-on-4 action as Phillips with it into the zone. His shot going for that top left corner. He misses it. Pajali loses a stride in the neutral zone, but he's back up and able to recover. Lumberjacks with it in the neutral zone. Carrying into the offensive zone is McMillan, trying to go through the defender's legs, but he's good with the skate. Able to kick it out, and now it's Meyer. Meyer cutting out front, puts the move on one, goes to the forehand and scores. And a highlight goal for the Dryden GM Ice Dogs. With exactly 10 minutes left in the third period, Lumberjacks now find themselves trailing 2-1. Meyer there just did what McMillan was unable to do. McMillan unable to go through the defender's legs on the one end, turns the puck over. Meyer shows him how to do it on the other end and scores the goal. And Dryden now a 2-1 lead in a game where goals are scarce.
Who got the goal? Number 11, Mayer. 11 got it? Yeah. There's no 11 on there, too. Mayer and Mayer.
And now after the goal, it looks like a penalty may have been taken. The box is open, both coaches being talked to by the refs. We have the score, it's 11 from 5. Ryland Mayer from, or 25 rather, from Easton DeBray. And that will give the Dryden GM Ice Dogs the lead, and now we'll see how things unfold from there, as there was some confusion at the end. The box still open for the Dryden GM Ice Dogs. Obviously, a penalty they at least thought was assessed, and it looks like now there will be one. Number 90, Reese Maximow, heading towards the penalty box. He'll head into there, and the Lumberjacks now a 4-on-3 power play. Good, Cody.
Our guy didn't come out on the goal.
Because it's 4-on-4. Good, Cody. All right. Dryden goal scored by number 11, Ryland Mayer. Assist going to number 25, Easton DeBray. That's Mayer from DeBray. Dryden penalty assessed to number 90, Reese Maximow. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. That's Maximow for unsportsmanlike conduct, bringing up a Lumberjacks power play. And the Lumberjacks with the opportunity on the power play. It's not a regular one either. 4-on-3, plenty of space, but a quick shot from Olsen. And that's not really the look that they wanted. You want to take that time when you have the man advantage, especially on a 4-on-3, and make sure you're getting good looks at the net. Carson with the puck up top, now walking it down to the slot, takes his shot and hits the crossbar. Carson will be able to save the zone though. We're back to 4-on-4 in a couple seconds. Right out front, a shot and a goal! Zach Johnson for the Lumberjacks. In his second game, he gets the equalizer.
Well, they're back to even strength, so it doesn't matter. 90's still in.
Zach Johnson gets the goal. Salvatore Pajali, the captain, goes and grabs the puck for him, as that is his first goal with the Lumberjacks. We're back tied at 2, and the Lumberjacks, they'll play 4-on-4 for a little bit longer here, 25 seconds, but then they're back onto a shortened power play, a chance to make things happen. The penalty had expired, so I do believe that will be an even strength goal for the Lumberjacks. Not quite sure what the refs are talking over here.
You said it did expire? It's off the board.
Whether it expired or not, we will be playing 4-on-4. If it had not expired, that penalty is the one that comes off the board. If it did expire, we were at even strength, which means it's 4-on-4 hockey.
Just kick him out.
Maximo decided to jump out of the box. Not quite sure what logic he's using besides just, I want to be back on the ice and maybe try to pull a quick one. But he'll be sent back to the box by the refs, and we will continue with 4-on-4 hockey. The goal goes to number 15, Zach Johnson. Assist to number 24, Connor Hacker, and number 17, Zach Carson. And the Lumberjacks have tied the game at 2.
Yeah, it was.
Good?
Yep.
All right, thank you. Scoring for your Wisconsin Lumberjacks, his first goal as a Lumberjack, number 15, Zach Johnson. Assist going to number 24, Connor Hacker, and number 17, Zach Carson. That's Johnson from Hacker and Carson. And Lumberjacks full strength, bringing up a Lumberjacks power play. Play continues. Penalty killed off for the Jacks, rather just expired in 4-on-4. So they have a short power play right out front. Cedar can't control it. McMillan grabs it and fires it a mile over the net. Kaiser across for Jopi. Cedar got knocked down in front of the net. He's back up. Dryden taking control. Lumberjacks trying to get the puck back, but it's chipped out and down the ice by Foley. Lumberjacks trying to get some quick pressure again as we return to a 5-a-side hockey. Penalty to Maximo gone. Fratinger onto the ice. Fratinger into the zone, takes a shot. Loudon's there to make the save, and we will get a whistle. A lot of back and forth action, a lot of penalties late. But the Lumberjacks have been able to tie this game back up at 2 as we head into our final media timeout. We would once again like to thank our sponsors, Artisam, your resource for all your outdoor adventures. Spooner Health, a champion for health and a champion for our community. Seven Winds Casino Lodge and Conference Center, proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Lean offices of Hayward, Hurt, call Kurt. Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy, and Jack Links, the official protein snack of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Thank you. 7:52 remaining in the hockey game. We're tied back up at 2. Both teams full strength for the first time in a while. Lumberjacks with control in the neutral zone. Olsen able to shoulder off a hit from Maximow, but Dryden gets possession. Puck near side, Freeze backhands it in deep. Jacks will tag up, and they're in on the forecheck. First one there, Zach Johnson has a goal tonight in this period as he keeps the pressure up. Kaiser able to hold the zone for a moment, but now Dryden sends it down ice. Mayer will tip it in deep. Loudon gets taken down by the Dryden player. No call coming from the ref. He's able to get back up and gets into the net. Loudon also able to hold on to his stick as well, something Clark on the other hand has struggled with tonight when he's been made contact. Both goalies having a spectacular game as we continue on in this third period. Under 7 minutes to go. Fratinger loses the puck to Jopi out to the neutral zone. Green with it there. He'll dump it in. Lumberjacks back to get it. Jopi, first one there. He'll take a small hit from behind from Earl as the Lumberjacks start this one out to the neutral zone. McMillan has it tipped away, but into the zone. It's Phillips. Loses control, leaves it out front. McMillan tried to poke it in, but Clark hops on it and holds on for the whistle. Offensive zone faceoff coming from the Lumberjacks. A great hustle play there from Dylan Phillips to just get that puck out in front of the goal and give his team a chance. But once again, Eric Clark in net for Dryden, having a heck of a game. Off the faceoff, puck down low in the corner. Dryden will now bring it out. Benfield loses control. Puck gets past McMillan. Dryden has it in their own zone. Pretorius gets it up and back to the Dryden zone. Nobody there for the Jacks. And the Ice Dogs will have a chance to start it up ice. Foley to Fournier. Drops to Benfield. Benfield goes right through the defenders. His shot, Loudon may have gotten it with the blocker. He may have just missed the net. Jopi fighting for it in the corner. Gets it up to McMillan. But the door comes open down low when Jopi got hit. So that's an automatic whistle. And we will have a face-off coming. 30 shots on goal for the Lumberjacks, 26 for the Ice Dogs. And we are tied at 2. 5:57 remaining in the third period. Face-off won by the Ice Dogs. Maximow up top with it. He'll send it back in deep. Along the boards, a quick turnover. Hendry trying to clear the zone. Strom gets a piece of it. He'll keep it in, but it looks like he hit somebody on the Lumberjack bench. And we will get another whistle. Neutral zone face-off coming. It's Carson, Cedar, and I believe that's Sutter on the other side for the Lumberjacks. Koivisto all the way around the boards near side for Dryden. He'll enter the zone, but Lumberjacks with possession. Hendry up the boards. Sutter trying to clear. Still fighting for it. High in the Lumberjack zone. It squirts out now. Axel Wyatt unable to fully control it, but Cedar chips it down towards the Dryden end. Koivisto gets it to Strom, who softly dumps one in, and Dryden able to beat out the icing. A good play there from Strom and Hutton as play continues. Hooten rather, excuse me. Sutter now with the puck for the Jacks. Carries up the far side across the red line. Chips past the defender. Puck ends up out front. Clark will put the glove on it. Sutter gets taken down. Looks like he had a stick in his legs there. He goes into the boards, but will be able to get back up a little bit slowly, it looks like. Sutter a little slow to get off, but looks like he will be okay. Face-off coming. Hacker, Johnson, and Olsen are the forwards for the Jacks. Off the draw, Dryden gets possession. DeBray near side, finds Mayer. Mayer carries into the offensive zone. Freeze pins him against the boards. Kaiser's there to take away the puck. Backhands it up to Hacker, and Hacker will get out to the neutral zone. Johnson chips it up. Olsen's there. has some forwards coming in support. Loses control of the puck. Johnson trying to get it out into the slot. Mayer rather, and gets it over to the boards. Foe dumps it into the Lumberjack end. 4.5 minutes left in the game. Olsen gets the outlet pass near side, carries into the zone, trying to go wide, but it's knocked off his stick as the Lumberjacks make a partial change. Freeze heads off the ice. A good poke check there. Puck taken away for a moment. Green gets it over to Benfield. Benfield carries in wide, looking for a shot attempt. He'll take it, and Loudon is there to make the save. 4:09 remaining in the third period. This game has been about the goaltenders, and we'll see which one falters down the line as we get ready for the last 4 minutes of this game. Face-off won by Dryden. Earl, his shot does not make it through. Green at the red line, dumps it in. Jopi behind the goal. Near side, McMillan trying to tip it up. And the Jacks finally able to clear. Green will be all the way back into his own zone to grab it for Dryden. Retreats behind his own net. Up the near side, Fournier with it. He'll dump it in. First one there, Pretorius for the Jacks. Up the boards, Pajali. Near side, McMillan. McMillan across the red line. Into the offensive zone. He gets taken down. No call from the ref. Stick to the legs, player on the ice, but they let him play on. And McMillan gets the puck again. Stick handles through one player. Sauces it to Phillips. Phillips into the zone. He'll go in on the forecheck. McMillan off on the change. With the puck now, an outlet pass. DeBray was looking all the way down for Koivisto, but just out of his reach. And we will get an icing on Dryden. 3:04 remaining in the third period. They won't be allowed to change here. Shots on goal 30-27 favoring the Jacks, but we are tied at 2. And the lineup for the Jacks on the ice. Carson centering Cedar and Sutter. And Maximow still just trying to mug every player he can get his hands on tonight. It doesn't matter if there's a whistle or not. He just is skating up and just hitting guys. He cross-checking them like away from the play, near the play, while the play's dead. It hasn't really mattered. He doesn't discriminate. He's trying to get all the physical contact in he can. Carson wins the faceoff back to Wyatt. Play continues. Carson gets taken down by one. Back up to his feet as Hendry dumps it in. Dryden with possession. Maximow. Over to Hendry. Hendry plays it up the far side. And it's stopped there by Dryden and dumped back in. Axel Wyatt with it. Looking for Cedar. Taken away by the Ice Dog. Strome dumps it in. A big hit there from Sutter takes him down. And now the Lumberjacks have a chance. Cedar plays it up ice. Knocked back to Wyatt. Wyatt looking for Cedar just out of his reach. Foley deflects the puck out to the neutral zone. Foe with it. Into the offensive zone. Takes a shot that misses. And now it's Mayer with Wyatt on him. Wyatt takes him straight into the boards, and it's fairly easy call there for the refs as things break out. Gloves are off. Hands are being thrown. Wyatt definitely, it looked like the player may have lost a stride, but it does not matter. Wyatt skated him into the boards from behind. And with 2:09 left, I would not be surprised if Axel Wyatt's night is done. Mayer is able to get up and skate off under his own power, which is always a good thing to see, especially in a hit like that with scary contact into the boards. But now, with a lot of Ice Dogs players, helmets and gloves left down at the scene of the crime, we'll have to wait and see what the refs decide to call up and how many players end up in the box, where exactly this thing ends at. Kyle Cedar already in the box for the Jacks. The Dryden box has just been left open. They'll decide who goes into the box for Dryden. The ref's job in that situation is to sit back and just watch and make sure they get all the penalties assessed. Also pretty safe. You could probably just use the players' helmets when they come to get them and send them to the box. Those guys who lose the helmet and gloves, those are usually the ones fighting. But we'll wait to see what all gets called up. And just a horrible time for that for the Lumberjacks. As you would imagine, most of the fighting probably evens out and they're left with whatever the Axel Wyatt penalty is. And they might be killing a penalty for the rest of regulation well into overtime if that's a 5 in a game.
It wasn't even on purpose. The guy lost his footing.
.209 left in the third period, and we could be here for a while as that was a scrum down in the corner. There's one more stick. It looks like that they have to find who it belongs to. Also putting both the goalies on ice a little bit here, as it's been a great night for them both, but now they get to just go stand and get a little bit cold while everything gets sorted out. Cedar coming back out of the box. We'll see if he just heads off or if he's being allowed to go back onto the bench.
Oh, he's heading off. He's heading toward the door.
And now Coach Lean getting a word in with one of the refs. The other is talking to the hammer in the penalty box. Dave Hansen, as he'll be the one calling it up to us. Now we might have a laundry list here to read off. If you're just tuning in, 2-2, we have a barn burner here. A great game by the goalies, and each goal has been hard fought for the teams. Coming down to the stretch of things with 2:09 left, Axel Wyatt of the Lumberjacks ran Ryland Mayer, of the Dryden GM Ice Dogs into the boards from behind in the corner. He will be getting a penalty, and then the ensuing fight is what we are sorting out here as the refs decide who goes, who stays. Lumberjacks almost certainly will be on the penalty kill for at least the rest of regulation, maybe even into overtime. Refs relay it all over, and now it should be called up. We'll see what we get.
Our 2, which is on the board. Alright, so roughing. I'll give him a roughing.
Things are still being sorted out here as we return to play, but all of that evens out to the Lumberjacks just having to serve a minor penalty, as it looks like we had Axel Wyatt getting a 5 and a game for checking from behind. And then number 24 of Dryden, Jordan Foe, got a 5 and a game for fighting. He also got a 2-minute instigator penalty. And number 8, Michael Hendry of the Lumberjacks, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike, 10 minutes for head contact, and another 2-minute penalty for roughing. And that is how everything is sorted out as we go into the Dryden power play to end regulation. A shot, Kyler Loudon makes the save. The Jacks with control, but Olsen doesn't clear the puck. Fradinger takes a shot, kick save by Loudon. Cody, you ready?
I'm good.
All right. Penalties assessed to Dryden's number 24, Jordan Foe. 5 minutes and a game misconduct for fighting, 2 minutes for instigating. And for the Lumberjacks, number 10, Axel Wyatt, 5 minutes in a game for checking from behind. And number 8, Michael Hendry, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct, 2 minutes for roughing, and misconduct for head contact. That brings up a Dryden power play, 1 minute remaining in the game. Looks like they missed that 23. So a laundry list of penalties, and Dryden effectively has a power play for the rest of regulation. Puck drop coming, Phillips and Pajali, the forwards for the Jacks. Phillips wins the draw backward, and Pretoria will get that down and out of the zone. A big clear for the Jacks as things continue. Pretorius, and Carson are the defense. Carson was a defenseman pretty much all of last year, has bounced back and forth between forward and defense this season, has played most of this game as a forward, but he is now out there with a shift at defense. Lumberjacks hurting 4 defensemen with Hendry and Wyatt both unavailable. Lumberjacks with control. Carson, the clearing attempt, just didn't get the right angle off the boards. He did get it out of the zone, but not all the way down the ice. 12 seconds left in the game. Fradinger's going to cut out front. His shot right out in the crease. Loudon makes the save, and the Lumberjacks are able to clear. Lumberjacks are back to full strength with 2 seconds left. Casson onto the ice, but that will do it for the third period. And we are going to head to overtime, tied at 2, with all penalties off of the clock. After a hard-fought game from both sides that got chippy down the stretch, it was always a physical game, but things certainly picking up at the end. We carry it tied at 2 into overtime. Shots now even at 31 as well, so an identical scoreboard on each side. Lumberjacks fell behind in this one in the first period despite outskating the Ice Dogs through most of that period and outshooting them almost 2-1. The Ice Dogs were able to take a 1-0 lead. Lumberjacks evened it up in the second period on a goal by Ryan Kaiser. He streaked out to the front of the net, got a pass along the boards from Kyle Cedar, an assist also going to Caden Sutter. And then in the third period, Dryden takes the lead again on a 4-on-4 goal from Ryland Mayer. And the Lumberjacks, Zach Johnson, finds the back of the net for the first time in his short career, only a second game played, with assists going to Hacker and Carson to even things up for the Jacks. Lots of penalties down the stretch, but no goals scored. And I've said it a couple times, but it deserves to be reiterated. These goalies are having a fantastic game for the Lumberjacks and the Ice Dogs. 30 seconds left in the intermission. We'll be playing 5 minutes of 3-on-3 hockey, which gives a plenty of action. And of course, even though that opens up the ice, if we still don't have the game-winning goal, we will then go to a shootout. We said it earlier in the third period, but around the SIJHL, the Kam River Fighting Walleye were able to beat the Sioux Lookout Bombers tonight by a score of 4-3. Thunder Bay North Stars were victorious over the Red Lake Miners by a score of 4-1. Lumberjacks, as things stand after tonight's game, they are currently third in the standings at 8 points. 1 point ahead of the North Stars, both with 7 games played. Red Lake's ahead of them by 1 point, but with 3 more games played. And Kam River has 15 points, 7 points ahead with 2 more games played. Dryden, with 6 games played, sits at 6 points. So the Lumberjacks guaranteed a point here will move up to at least 9. Dryden at least 7 points, bringing them into a tie with Thunder Bay. The Lumberjacks could now pass the Red Lake Miners for standalone second place if they get the win tonight. If they do not, they will be tied with Red Lake for second place with less games played. 5 minutes on the clock, and we are underway in overtime. A backhander right out front. Loudon makes the save. Phillips grabs the puck for the Jacks. Pajali and Jopi also on the ice. Phillips with the puck, working along the blue line. Possession is the name of the game. When you're playing in these 3-on-3 situations, you can't be scared about giving up the zone as long as you keep possession of the puck. There's plenty of space to work with. Jopi has it. Backhands it down to Pajali. Back up for Phillips. Pajali up top. Jopi drops back. Lumberjacks still just prodding around the zone, looking for a hole in this Dryden defense as Phillips has it. He'll drop it again to Jopi. Jopi chased down along the blue line. He's going to try to work his way out front. Doesn't get the angle, though, and he goes back up top for Phillips. Jopi gets it again. Cross for Phillips, but it's intercepted. Now Dryden, 2-on-1 going the other way. Mayer looks gassed, though, for the Ice Dogs as he goes across, sliding Pajali. Doesn't really get a piece of it, but now Maximow will take a shot, blocked by Pajali. Phillips was able to get off the ice. Olsen, the only fresh player for the Jacks, as Pajali goes off on a change now as well. Jopi's still on the ice. McMillan takes his place. Maximow takes a shot, knocked down by Loudon. Puck out front. McMillan has it and has time. Jopi gets the pass from McMillan. Both Lumberjacks players in the neutral zone, but Jopi probably needs a change here. So McMillan will come back and grab the puck. And he looks back for Jopi, just out of his reach. Jopi gets it, passes it up to Olsen. Olsen into the zone. A chance, a shot, a save by Clark. Jopi heads off the ice. Ryan Kaiser takes his place. McMillan in the corner fighting for the puck. Olsen can't get control. Hooten with it. Dryden going the other way. DeBray up in the play with him. He'll try to chip it around Kaiser as the third Dryden player goes off on a change and Benfield takes his spot. 2:50 remaining in overtime. Dryden with the puck. Hooten trying to get it in. Taken away by the Jacks. And McMillan ends up with it. Hacker jumping up into the play. Kaiser there as well. Lumberjacks, all 3 players. They got to be careful, though. No one back, and this is where it could punish them. But Kaiser trying to get back. Maximow was up in the play. Hooten can't get it to him clean. And both teams will kind of reset. Partial changes made. Kaiser, a good hit on Benfield, but Dryden keeps possession. Fournier has it tipped away by Zach Johnson. Johnson has been all over the ice tonight. Great hustle plays up and down. Has his first goal as well. And we're almost 3 minutes into the overtime period. Have not had a whistle yet. Kaiser with the puck. Looks near side for Johnson, but it's knocked away. Maximow puts it in deep. Loudon way out of his net to play the puck. Sends it along. But Fournier will be the first one there. 2 Lumberjacks in the corner trying to come away with this puck. Johnson grinding along the boards. Dryden has it. Brady Fradinger takes a shot. Loudon makes the save, and he does a good job there. Tips it up into the netting, getting his team a whistle, a much-needed whistle. They'll go back with Phillips, Pajali and Jopi, who started the overtime period for the Jacks. They're back on the ice. In this overtime, Dryden out shooting the Jacks 3-1. Face-off won by the Jacks. Jopi with it. He'll start it up by slowly. Has Phillips streaking through. Phillips knocks it down into the zone, but Fradinger, a good stick, knocks it away. Now Fradinger will try and go to the other end. Pajali down, numbers for Dryden. Shot save made by Loudon. Pajali, great hustle, is up and back into the play. Dryden right back to the other side. Strom with the long outlet pass, skates right around Jopi and puts it in, and Dryden will win the hockey game. .111 left in the overtime period. And in this game, it really was the story of the goalies, as Eric Clark in goal for Dryden had a stellar game, and he was able to keep them in it at times with some acrobatic saves. The Lumberjacks scrap a point together from tonight, a game in which they never led, and also had some penalties near the end that put them into trouble, but they're at least able to salvage the point, and they will have a chance to go for 2 tomorrow night back here against the Dryden GM Ice Dogs. That will do it for us from Wisconsin. We'll see you back here tomorrow night. Until then, thank you for listening, and go Jacks.
Who got that goal? Yeah, who got the last goal?
Fradinger.
Any idea who got the last goal?
I think it was Fradinger.
I think it was too. Okay. What he said?
Wait, no, it was Strom. 17.
17 Strom.
Yeah, Strom.
It was just